acto de la Confederación Española de Agencias de Viajes, foro de agentes de viajes, con la presencia del Secretario General de la Organización Mundial del Turismo, el señor Rifai, y que se dirija a nosotros. Es un honor para nosotros tenerle aquí en esta inauguración de este evento, aparte de agradecerle el apoyo personal que nos consta y desde su institución que se ha hecho para que se lleve a buen camino o a buen fin este evento. Tiene usted la palabra.
Muchísimas gracias, Rafael. The honor is really mine. Thank you. Alcalde, Lord Mayor of this wonderful city of Cordoba. What a privilege it is to be a mayor of a city like this. We're all blessed and we're all very lucky to be here this evening in this city that smells with history and has its roots deep into so much of culture, so much of stories and so much of tradition. Councillor of Tourism and Trade, thank you so much for your very kind words. President of the Provincial Council of Cordoba, thank you so much for being with us. But my real thanks go to Rafael Gallego, the President of the Confederación Española de Agencias de Viajes, the real guiding soul behind this meeting. This meeting is one of the most important initiatives that I could ever think about. And I congratulate you for bringing this up and bringing all these wonderful people here together. Queridos amigos, dear friends, es un placer estar en Córdoba con vosotros. I'm afraid now I'm going to have to oblige some of you to put the microphone on, and I apologize for that. English is not my mother tongue either, but it's a language that I can communicate with easier, probably. I bring you greetings from the international tourism community, and particularly from the United Nations family that I represent very proudly here in Spain and all over the world. And it's indeed a great pleasure and honor for me to join you on this occasion of the first World Summit of the Presidents of Travel Agencies Associations here in this beautiful city of Cordoba. This is a very important initiative, and like the Minister said, it's about time. Somebody should have thought about this before, but like every good idea, good ideas take time to develop. So thank you so much, Rafael, for bringing this up. Ladies and gentlemen, I come to you today directly from the World Travel Market in London, where everybody renewed their confidence and their belief that tourism is indeed one of the greatest human activities of the 21st century. And I'm happy to report to you that there is a sense of optimism that is spreading all around, and we have every reason to believe in that. The year 2012 closed, as the Minister indicated, and according to our data, at 1,035 million international tourists crossing borders in one single year. 1 billion tourists is 1 out of 7 of the people of the world making an international trip once a year outside of his or her own country. That is a tremendous movement. Generating $5.2 trillion in total contribution, 1.3 trillion in direct contribution in tourism receipts. We have just closed in the results of the first 8 months of 2013, and they have exceeded our forecast at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of 2013, UNWTO forecasted that the rate of growth would be a minimum of 3, a maximum of 4. Well, in the first 8 months of 2013, we have 5.1% rates of growth. Surprisingly, the continent of Europe, with all its difficulties and its challenges, grew at a 5% as well. Remarkable. We are now forecasting a 4.2% for 2014. This is preliminary, but it is going to be definitely above our long-term forecast of 3.3% increase year by year between now and 2030. We are forecasting at UNWTO that by the year 2030, we would have 1.8 billion international travelers travel crossing borders in one single year. We're meeting here against a background of so many changes, and I would like to take this opportunity to spend a minute or two with you to review with you the changes that you must prepare yourself to. The world around us is changing. Let me try to summarize this into 3 types of changes. One, and the most important one, is the geopolitical shift that has happened in the last 5 to 7 years, because it's affecting us directly. No more is the world Eurocentric or Atlantic-centric. I just came last week from the meeting of the leaders of the APEC heads of states in Indonesia, where the leaders of the Pacific Ocean were meeting, and you could feel the power. The world is moving east and is moving south with the center of gravity. While Europe and North America will always continue to be the cornerstone of world tourism, the new players must be taken very seriously. In 2012, China, for the first time ever in history, outpaced Germany as the best and #1 outbound market in the world, sending 85 million visitors outside of China, spending $1.2 billion in one single year. The more impressive results is that the first 8 months of 2013 saw an additional 31% growth in Chinese outbound market. This is an indication of the world changing.